First, stroll down the aisle in the NFC. That's where the Philadelphia Eagles are a popular and reliable item, leading the way at 9-1. Next, we see a name brand in the 49ers, who control the West. And despite losing on Thanksgiving, the Lions are still at the top of the NFC North shelf. They may not be popular this shopping season, but the Saints are still a top seller in the South. And down here in the wild card race, a lot of great deals for wallet-friendly teams. Hey, let's turn down the AFC aisle, and there are a lot of terrific teams to choose from there, but you better hurry and get the Dolphins while they're right now at the top of the conference. The Ravens are flying off the shelf, led by Lamar Jackson, and just a little further down, some hot deals for division leaders like the Chiefs and the Jaguars. And as we get to the end of the aisle, we see some surprisingly wild deals with the Browns, Texans, and Steelers all currently in playoff positioning. And right now, I'm going to give you guys
all that?
questions about teams on the playoff bubble. You tell me if some of these teams will get in, who they'll knock out, or if they'll stay in. I'll start with you, Michael. The Packers had a big upset over the Lions on Thanksgiving. They've won 3 of their last 4. Is that going to be enough to get them into the playoffs?
I think so. I think this team is on the rise, and that big win on Thanksgiving, I think that's a big confidence boost for a team. And the remaining 6 games, 4 of those are against losing teams, and 1 of those is against their rival Minnesota. And I think Jordan Love is playing the best football of his career. He's showing that he's grasping the LaFleur's system. And this is a guy now, you can see he's making these big plays. He's using his legs. He's scrambling out of the pocket, making sidearm throws, things that people are waiting to see him do. But you're expecting him to follow up Aaron Rodgers and all of a sudden have the success. But I think this young guy is coming into his own. I do think Green Bay has a legit shot to make the playoffs.
You know what? I agree with you 100% on that. I also believe that Pittsburgh will make it at 6-4 right now. Lost a heartbreaker last week to Cleveland. Play Cincinnati today. Now, in 1941, that's the last time a Steeler organization or a coaching staff has ever been fired from the Steelers. Matt Canada, offensive coordinator, he's out. In comes Faulkner, Eddie Faulkner. He's the new quarterback coach now, or the new OC. This is good because what was going to happen, which did happen, is the fact that you're going to start losing your football team inside that locker room. You're going to have the defense, which is really good, start pointing fingers at the offense. That is not good. Now, the only problem I have with Faulkner coming in and Sullivan coming in as offensive coach to help the quarterback, the problem is it's the same offense. Someone's got to change that offense. I don't think that happens until the season is over.
So much for TB saving his voice. Gronk. Minnesota,
I'm playing hurt.
Currently in playoff positioning. Will they stay there?
Yes, the Minnesota Vikings will make the playoffs. They currently hold the 6th seed in the NFC, and they have a huge spark coming back. Their best player, Justin Jefferson, if he's not the best wide receiver in the game, he's one of the best. And on top of it, I looked at their schedule. They have 6 games remaining, and all 6 are winnable games for the Minnesota Vikings, and that starts today versus a not-so-good Bears team. They got to win that one, and if they make the playoffs, the Josh Dobbs story is even more incredible.
Speaking of not so good, the Chargers, Jimmy, lately not so good.
The Los Angeles Chargers, 4-6, as talented a team as there is in the league. Herbert at quarterback, are you kidding me? They've lost 6 games. Now, I'm not even going to talk about blowing a 27-0 lead in the playoffs. I'm going to talk about they lose more close games than anybody in the league. Why do they lose games? Effort, defense, and on top of that, they're not playing with any confidence. They need a change at head coach.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Jimmy's sticking a fork in Brandon Staley.
The fans don't like that.
Howie, the Cincinnati Bengals without Joe Burrow, can they make the playoffs?
I think it's going to be a tough uphill battle for them. Losing Joe Burrow, it's devastating for the Bengals, devastating for our league. It's the equivalent of Patrick Mahomes being taken off the Chiefs roster, but they'd have a better shot of recovering because they had that slow start. Remember, he had the calf in the beginning of the season. They got off to a slow start. It's too big of a hill to climb. I think Jake Browning is a guy that's a free agent. He's a guy that knows the offense. If there's a silver lining, he took all the number 1 snaps when he was down with the calf injury. That's a bonus.